Welcome once again to HN Clothing, the one place where you are empowered to be your own boss through sharing my knowledge of fashion with you. And in today's video, we're going to be learning how to make this beautiful midi skirt here. We have something similar to this on this channel. We made a mini skirt some videos back, so if you have not seen that video as well, please do. Something that I would like to highlight about this particular tutorial is how to finish off the slit of the skirt and also how to insert your zip. Those are the special highlights in this video. Now, if you have not seen how this top was made, click the link up here to watch that video. Thank you so much guys for the support so far. If you are yet to subscribe, do not leave this video without subscribing. Please guys, please like, share, and let us get started. First things first, you measure the length of your skirt. I want mine to be a high-waisted skirt, so it's starting from just at my half length down up onto wherever I want it to stop before my ankle. I have my skirt length to be 30 inches. And if I subtract 2 inches for my band from that 30 inches, I would have 28 inches. So I'm going to be adding 1 inch for the hem folding. So I should be cutting about 29 inch for this skirt on my fabric. We're going to come to our waist measurement. That's at this point we marked, and you're going to measure your skirt waist. Come to your waist, that's your high waist there, and measure it. I have 34 at that point, so 34 divided by 4, we can just do it this way with your tape roll. Put your tape roll at that 34 inch mark, fold it into 2. Remember, we're folding to 4. This is 17. So you put that tape roll again at that 17 inch mark and you fold it, and this is 8.5. So we have 8.5 there. So I'll come to this part and mark 8.5. My 8.5 starts from here and it stops here. So at that 8.5 mark, I'm going to add 1 inch for my dart allowance there. After the 1 inch for the dart, I'm going to add 1 inch also for my sewing allowance. From this waistline, I'm going to go down to about 8 inches. That is my hip line, so that I can put my hip measurements. So now on that point, divide your hip measurement by 4, or 1/4 of your hip measurement. My hip measurement is 42 divided by 4. I have 10.5. So I'll just put 1 inch sewing allowance. Now you will come to the bottom of your skirt. Whatever measurement you have here, subtract 1 from it. So here I have 11.5 on my hip line. I'll come to the bottom and subtract 1 from 11.5. And that's going to give me 10.5.
But if you want your skirt to be very penciled, subtract 2 inches.
So I'm going to mark 10.5 at that point. So now that we have drafted the skirt, we are going to put our darts. Go to the waistline and mark 4 inches. That is the midpoint of the dart, and on both sides I'm going to put 1/2 inch and 1/2 inch because my dart is 1 inch long. I'm going to measure up onto about 6 inches. So from that point, I'll make sure that it's on 4 inch mark straight. At the front needs to curve in. So we can cut this out now. Now we're going to come to that dark point and notch it at that point. Also put a pin through at this point so you know where the dart, you can transfer the darts to the back. So for the back, I have placed my front and I folded my back into two pieces. I placed my front on the back, leaving 1 inch for seam allowance. I'm drawing a line on the back waist. I'm drawing a straight line so I don't follow that 1/2 inch curve I did for the front. So from there, I'm just going to cut. Come here and open the back up. So go ahead to cut this on your lining as well. And this is my lining and my fabric already cut. I also used a very visible pen to draw my dart so that I'll be able to sew it properly along that part. And this is my band. My band is 5 inches long, including the seam allowances. So let us start joining. First things to do is to join along this dart. Cross check to see that the pins are on this particular line straight. So when you are sewing and you get up to this point, do not reinforce the stitch because it's going to turn to a bulk there. You sew straight and you sew it again on it to properly finish off the dart. I finished all the darts for my skirt. So what I did was I sewed the 1 inch closed, leaving the part of my zipper open for me to insert my zipper. And I measured from this upper part, since my band is 2 inches up here, I measured from that point down up onto 19 inches. So now, after we're done with that, what we're going to do is we'll take our lining and I'm going to sew just by the sides. So I left the zipper part open. I'm going to sew by the sides. I've closed up all my darts. 1 inch is our sewing allowance. Then I'm also going to take my front skirt, place my back on it. I'm not inserting the zip yet, like so. And sew the sides closed. Now the band has been attached. Fold this band over itself. Since I'm going to take just 2 inches, I'll notch here. So that means my zip is going to start from here. Just make it identical to each other and notch that part too as well. So my zip too is going to start from here. So now I'm going to pin my zip along that line. This is actually an invisible zipper. Up onto that point. So you take this one and reverse it to the other way. This is where our notch is. Make sure that at the end of the day, these two parts match up. So now we can close it to just check if those two parts match up. Let us see. Okay, so they are matching up and they match up even at the top. So unzip back, take it to your sewing machine. So I'm going to put this in here like so. This is how I attach all my zippers, invisible or not. Now that I've pinned everything, I'm going to take it to my machine. want to show you how to attach your lining before you close it up. So now you take your lining, you put wrong side facing wrong side. Turn it against each other like this. So you take the other part, the other zip, start at this band like so, then pin it all the way. Now let me turn it inside out, so I'll show you how you're going to sew it. You open up this zip, pin. Let me sew this, do my hemming gum there and do the hem of this skirt. I put my hemming gum and I ironed it flat. See, it's not even opening, right? So it's snug and fine. And at the bottom I just hemmed it round. What I did was I used my iron to iron up this band. It has been turned by the zip properly. So I'm going to take my lining this way. I have already ironed and folded in 1/2 inch at this top, and I'll place it. So we are trying to stack up a sandwich. So along this sewing allowance here, this gutter here. So same thing, put the lining properly, cover it up, make sure it goes beyond this part, pin. So you are pinning the lining and the band. To this part. Okay, so make sure you move this in. I've already ironed. Put the lining in, cover it up and pin. We can see that the lining has been sandwiched in between the band. Nothing is showing, everything is just neatly finished. The beauty of a garment is to neatly finish it. So you can just put a hook here so that it's snug and finished. Why I usually finish all my clothing this way is because I do not have a serger, and I would love for the inside to be as beautiful as how the outside is. So you can see I can boldly show you what my inside looks like, and when you turn to the outside too, it still looks crisp and clean. If you'd love to see how this skirt will be sewn, do watch out for my next video, and I'll see you guys in my next one. Thank you so much, guys. Don't forget to subscribe. Bye.